Folks, something happened at the school board meeting this week that I would like to share with you. I believe that the school district violated the rights of Mr. Dan Landy. And if you'll be patient with me, I'm going to play the video and explain what's going on. The very beginning here is going to be the president of the Board of Education giving the instructions to Dan, telling him he may not deviate from his topic. He has to stick to the topic. If he deviates from the topic, they will terminate the remainder of his time to address the board.
And for your resident in the district, please confine your remarks to the specific item that you noticed.
Thank you. You know, the devil hates prayer. Tonight I'm here to talk about school curriculum, but I really want to thank the board for the cell phone thing. We talked about it a long time ago, and I'm glad you finally did it. My criticism is that it's a damn shame that it took state law to force y'all to do it, but that's another story.
In the interest of trying to stick to the relevant part of this video, I am clipping out and removing some of the video. You can watch the unedited version of this here on the YouTube channel just to make sure that I'm not making anything up. Dan finished his prayer and got into his topic with the board. He mentions that he's there to talk about curriculum and then immediately goes off topic and thanks the Board of Education. He's praising them because they've done something about the cell phone problem in the school district. The board has no issue with the deviation from the curriculum there and allows him to stray off topic. Nothing is said. There are no threats to terminate the remainder of his time for thanking them about the cell phone policy. Now that we've watched the first time that Dan actually went off topic, let's see how the board handles him going off topic the second time they feel he's done something wrong.
I've got several questions. First question, how does pornographic, violent, and immoral content support the curriculum?
We're talking about curriculum.
It took less than 2 seconds after Dan said the word pornographic for the school board president, Andy Lockridge, to step in and start to shut him down. She allowed him to speak to praise them about a cell phone policy that has nothing to do with curriculum without interruption. However, when he gets into a topic that is related to curriculum that they don't like, they waste absolutely zero time in shutting him down. Now, let's watch the remainder of this and the threats to terminate his time, the intimidation by the school district police department, the superintendent removing the timer, officially ending Dan's 5 minutes to speak to the board.
I've got several questions. First question, how does pornographic, violent, and immoral content support the curriculum?
We're talking about curriculum.
How do they support the curriculum?
We have approved the curriculum. It is up there.
How does it support
Tell us where in the curriculum you're talking about.
Ma'am, why are you trying to restrict my First Amendment?
Because you're not staying on topic.
You are restricting my First Amendment.
I'm warning you, if you go off topic, your time is over.
What are the learning objectives for such content? Does the material directly support Missouri learning standards? Are there alternative materials that could achieve the same learning goals? Is the content developmentally suitable for the intended grade levels?
Mr. Landy,
I get my time back.
Mr. Landy, you're not talking about
curriculum. Does it match the cognitive and emotional maturity of the students?
I'm asking you to stop. You are not talking about curriculum.
Come on.
Ask you to sit down.
First Amendment. We don't have a First Amendment anymore.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Or else what?
You and I are going to go outside.
And then what?
What we are seeing here, folks, is what I believe is a perfect example of viewpoint discrimination. They allow speech, a violation of their rules, because they like the praise, they like the content. But as soon as you go to something that they do not like, bringing up this sore subject of the books, they shut him down. I believe that this is a clear violation of Mr. Landy's First and 14th Amendment rights. All of the 5 board members who were present that night for this board meeting, all 5 of them have sworn an oath of office to protect the constitutions of Missouri and of the United States. What we just watched there is a blatant violation of both. This needs to stop.